Okay everyone, before we start this video, I want to introduce our co-star here. This is my pimple. I think I'm going to name her Anitra, so please give a warm welcome to Miss Anitra. So I am excited today. Today's a favorites video, and I have 12 plants that I'm going to show you. Yeah, I made a list. Let me look. We have 4 Anthuriums, 3 Monsteras, and a couple of them are the heavy hitters, 2 Philodendron, 2 Hoyas, and a Phalaenopsis. Whoa, this is a variety. I love it. So let's just jump into the first plant. I haven't shown this one in a while just because first of all, she's big. Second of all, I can't move her at all, but I did feature her a few weeks ago on my Instagram. It is my Anthurium Metallicum. Part of the reason why I'm showing this Anthurium in this video is because number one, there's a new leaf, and I think it's been like 5 or 6 months since she last pushed out a new leaf. And second of all, in the next month, I'm probably gonna have to transfer her to a bigger pot. And y'all know my opinions about repotting and if it's necessary, but you'll see it's necessary. So I guess I'll try to grab her. She's on the floor right now. And I don't know how this is gonna go. I'm really scared that I'm gonna be knocking down. See, this one's already gonna fall. Please don't fall. Okay, I'm gonna have to move. Okay. I have to move this low BI because I'm scared it's gonna come crashing down. How do I do this? Okay, if I'm showing the new leaf, I'll pick it up like that. And I have to be careful because the other leaf's going to the other side. I'm talking to myself, y'all. I'm so sorry. Oh, see, it's happening. Oh, ow. Okay. Do you see this drama behind me? Stop fighting. Anthurium Metallica. I cannot. This is the newest leaf. Do I lift you like this? Is this easier? Okay, anyhow, the leaf that's in the center is the newest leaf, and the one next to it is actually the oldest leaf. Look at this pot. Look at the moss. I almost dropped it. These 2 leaves are the oldest leaves. They're up against the window, and now that it's spring, summer, they are really getting a ton of light. They tend to turn yellow in that situation. And I'm confident that it's light damage because this part of the leaf, not against the window. Do you see how this corner over here is darker than the rest? I have no idea if y'all can see that. Okay, I think I'm gonna... Okay, don't tell my boyfriend because I'm not supposed to put plants on the bed, but it's happening. Okay, so funny thing, the newest leaf is probably the smallest one out of all 4. You know, I will take it because like I said, it has been half a year since she pushed out a new leaf. The Metallicum is my favorite Anthurium of all time. Other favorites videos, I've wanted to show it, but it's just a hassle. And I'm just seeing a picture of the situation. So this is what I'm doing right now. I can't. I just love how they're long. They're not velvety. I know I've said matte before. I don't know if that's the correct term, but look at this. This is unbelievable. Oh my gosh. Okay, I do want to show you the second newest leaf, which is the largest and the most damaged. It won't even fit. I don't even know where else to go. I'm going in the corner to try to go diagonally. Can you see it? This is half the leaf. The pan easier. This one is the one that's facing the opposite way. So she kind of is always in the way here since the pot lives on this cart over here. And I mean, if we rotate, oh my God, am I swinging? Oh my God, I'm swinging. This is hilarious. Okay, not only that, and I thought this was a new leaf and I got really excited. She's pushing out an inflow and I'm mad. I'm mad because I don't want this to flower, so I'm gonna cut it off. Okay, I think this is the safest way. Do you see this inflow? It is gigantic. Do you see this? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna cut it. The last time this plant pushed out an inflow, it was December, I'm pretty sure. And I was like, oh, I'll just wait for the next one to see if I actually feel like saving the pollen. I'm probably gonna do you know what? I'm gonna get rid of her because if I transfer her, she's pushing out inflow, it's added stress. She'll probably kill off the inflow anyhow. I think I'm gonna kill it. Why don't we do it now? I can just pull it. Look, there, it's done. Look at this. Look at this guy. Don't yell. Don't yell. Again, flowers take so much energy from a plant. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The newest leaf is just so amazing. She's in Lashusa Pond in a self-watering pot over here. The stem for this Anthurium was growing pretty tall. I used to prefer adding sphagnum moss around the aerial roots. When you do that, it encourages the roots to grow out, and then through that, it can grow into the moss and then into the medium. Surprisingly, a rapid grower in my care. You can see how tall. This is as tall as the pot. Should I propagate it? I'll take a top cutting. I don't know. Okay, maybe I'll ask my patrons in a poll I'll do that. In pond, in a self-watering pot, sphagnum moss at the top. Now that this plant is huge and the pot is so small, I have to fill up the reservoir like every 2 to 3 days, especially because now it's like spring, summer, so a lot more hours of light. It is really warm in the afternoons in this room now. And so I missed this. It's been so long. I'm pretty sure I got this Metallicum 2 years. So future Kevin put in a clip, but she was so cute. Like, look at her, she's adorable. And now she's fighting everyone. Also, I'm pretty sure these leaves knocked the Anthurium Regale, the new leaf. I don't even know where my finger is, over there. So I'm gonna have to take a look at it after, but in the history of owning this plant for 2 years and it being in the same medium, I haven't flushed the medium ever. And I know I should, but it kind of just shows how resilient the Metallicum is. Like, you can, oh my, look how good it's done. Usually it'd be holes by now, like gigantic ones. Oh my gosh, okay, I'm gonna have to put this down. This is one plant that I wish I had a bigger place, just because I'm here a lot in this room. I'm probably touching these leaves by accident like at least 3 times a day. Sometimes I make some cracks bigger and I'm just like so annoyed by it. But yeah, like where else am I gonna put this? I'm pretty sure the Metallicum prefers cooler temperatures on average compared to other Anthuriums. And so I think that's why it's tolerated my environment so well. I actually don't think these do well in hot temperatures. Correct me if I'm wrong, but based on what I read, I think the Metallicum is a cooler growing Anthurium. I mean, you're cool. I'm gonna put it down. First plant. Wow, we're only on the first plant. Anthurium Metallicum. So she lives next to Thai, and I have to put the leaves under the leaf. I don't know what y'all can see. I have to put these leaves under the gigantic Thai constellation so that these leaves are pushing up against the window. Do you see what I mean? This is kind of why, like, I want to propagate it as well. Okay. Okay. Oh my god. Oh. It went like that. This is so chaotic. Okay, so we'll do another big one because I feel like I'm gonna run out of energy at the end of the video. The second plant is a Monstera, and I'm shocked because I didn't think the new leaf was gonna be bigger, and I didn't think it was gonna have irrigation. The second plant is the Monstera Aurea. So y'all know that I have 2. They're both living in Leca. I took this as a top cutting because I wanted it as my main plant. If y'all have ever grown Monstera Aureas, the yellow variegation is so annoying, especially when you have block-like variegation. Even though it's very pretty, they melt away, and you know, I still don't really know how to solve that. I've heard so many different things. So because I was seeing more of a marbled and really very little yellow on the leaves, I wanted this one as my main one because I wanted it to get big. And so she looks predominantly green, and I have a moss pole attached to it. This plant is probably the most rooted in these moss poles. She's over here. It was a hassle moving her, but let me just grab her. Oh my gosh, see, the Metallicum's here. God, how do I do this? I have to like, okay, it's not bad. It's not bad. Look at this. Oh gosh, this is hard. I can't even see anything. So do you see that like she's predominantly green? I really thought she fully converted back to just a green one, but look at this top bit. Ooh, I don't know if y'all can see because of the ring light, but this side with the whole fenestration, there's some yellow, which is fantastic. The other side, I don't think it has anything. I think it's fully green. So half of this is kind of like marbly. So that's wonderful. The one before that, as you can see, fully green. And then the one before that, this was kind of like at the transfer stage, so she doesn't look so pretty. Very pale, but you can see yellow variegation. And then the older leaves here had a pretty decent amount. This is like amazing. I love, ooh, I almost dropped it. Let's look at the roots in the moss pole because this is insane. Look, do you see all this? Also at the top, see, I ran out of moss. So there is an aerial root that wants to attach itself, but I don't have any prepared moss. So I'm gonna have to do that. But do you see this? I think that's another reason why the leaves are getting big as well. And then since we're talking about roots, I need to show you the roots in this reservoir because it is insane. Y'all know that they're going out of the net pot, but they're healthy and they look fantastic. So, look at this beautiful, healthy root system. And this is fine. This is so amazing, y'all. Ah, can you believe that? I can't wait Like this moss pole, I'm just gonna keep adding. And you know, as the roots do elongate in the net pot, I'm probably gonna move it to a 5-gallon bucket, so the taller one. Oh my gosh.
Sorry, I need to like rest a little bit.
So this Aurea is up against my south-facing window, so like right behind me over there. I don't think I've grown an Aurea under a grow light. I don't know. Actually, when I first got it, she was under a grow light, but she outgrew that really quickly. So I don't know how the yellow acts under a grow light. I would assume sometimes it burns. I have no idea. But yeah, that's why I wanted a big specimen that was predominantly green, because I think I'd be really annoyed if I kept seeing a melting Aurea. Like, I am not about that. So can you believe the roots? I'm just so shocked. In the moss pole, in the reservoir, like the roots are so healthy. So yeah, the other Aurea is doing fine. That's the one that was, I posted a few reels about it on Instagram, and she surprisingly is bringing back some variegation. So from the top node of that plant, because I took the top cutting off of it, I pushed out this new growth, and it's still like, it's more of a marbled. I'm like looking at it right now. It's more of a marbled. I like it. Second plant, Monstera Aurea. Ooh, girl, don't hit anyone. Regale leaf, please be okay. Okay, sorry y'all, I'm gonna have to interrupt this video because there's room to spray the Regale leaf. I've been spraying my Queen Anthurium and my Anthurium Regale just to wash off, you know, the film, the salts, and ultimately makes it easier for the leaf to expand without breaking itself, really. Whew, this is interesting. Oh. How was that? Okay, the third plant. I'm shocked I didn't lead with this plant. I am so excited. It is a Monstera. And okay, I'll just say it. It's the Monstera Burle Marx Flame. Okay, previously, I felt like I was doing like a new episode intro. Previously on Cuda La Plata. No, that's that hurt my throat. Okay, wait, I need some water. Okay, previously, y'all saw that the newest leaf was just a lobster claw. So one fenestration, she was a really big lobster claw though. And also the moss pole at the time was too small, and I initially thought it was gonna be okay. I think it's because I was so used to this plant being so tiny. So I had to pull the entire plant out of the pot to put the new moss pole just so it was secure. And with that, I had to break some roots. So I was a little worried. I was basically, like, obviously I was putting this plant into shock. And yeah, I was a little scared. There's a new leaf. And also the last time I checked the nutrient solution, there are new fresh roots going out of the net pot because I had to remove all the roots that were coming out of the net pot. And yeah, now, you know, there's additional branching, which is very exciting. Okay, the flame. Has it been a while since I've shown it? I feel like I used to show it like weekly. Look at this new leaf. So there's one fenestration on one side. Look how just scary that looks. That looks scary. There's one fenestration on one side, and then I think a couple on the other side. So that is so exciting. I'm really excited. Okay, the massive lobster claw. Look at this. Because when you compare this lobster claw to like a younger one, like this is tiny compared to this. I really want leaves to look like this again. And they will. I just have to wait. But look at this gigantic moss pole. It is so big. Okay, I want to show you the roots. It's not a lot. There isn't really many going into the moss pole. Maybe I'll show you the one that I had to guide into the moss pole. Do you see that? Do you see how I had to guide it? Right over there. It's seriously not a lot, but like this wasn't here before. Look. And then there's some there, and then some there. Do you see that? Oh, such great news. You know, usually at this stage, I feel like when the roots grow out of the net pot, the plant feels secure in where it is. And therefore that's when the speed of growth is just faster. Or I mean, the second reason it might be because those roots, they're used to the water nutrient solution and they just take up a lot of nutrients. Like maybe it's that. Anyhow, my baby. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this. It looks so funny. But y'all, can you believe a year ago, I had a plant with these two leaves. Well, one died, but like this is one of the original leaves. And that's crazy. Oh my gosh. Third plant, Monstera, Burle, Marx, Flame. The fourth plant is an Anthurium. I love this plant so much. It's so easy. The fourth plant is the Anthurium Furcatum. Such a beast. She has 3 leaves and one of the OGs I have in my collection. I don't know what that was. You know, another one that kind of stalled a little bit over the winter and then she pushed out the new leaf. She's pushing out inflows. Why all these inflows? I just want the foliage. And also like I don't know what I would pollinate with a Furcatum. Oh, wow. This is hard to show. Like I'm going into this corner to show, oh my God, can I sit down? Whoa, these. So there's 3 in total. This one at the front is the newest. And then these 2, I've had them for quite a while now. The petioles are so long. Like, do you see this? This one is drama-free. Out of all my Anthuriums, I would say. I love the leaf shape. The leaf shape is just so beautiful. I'm trying to separate them. Okay, I separated. Oh, whoa. Oh my God, look at these leaves. This is crazy. So the first 4 plants, they're not under grow lights at all. They're kind of relying on the south-facing window, which is cool. In a Lecopon mix, again, I haven't flushed it. And I kind of like when Anthuriums, their internodes are very tight because they kind of stay situated down here and I don't need to like keep wrapping it with moss. There is one peeking out and it's been a while since I've seen. Do you hear the scraping of the ceiling? Oh my God, I almost hit the sprinkler system. I mean, it's heat, it's not blunt force trauma. Okay, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the root. You see that? Beautiful, beautiful root. Oh, I need to show you the inflows right in the center. Future Kevin, zoom in. So that is one. And then there's a smaller one on the other side. When they get tall enough, I'll just cut them off. I don't want to pollinate this one with anything. And I'm also very curious to see like how big this one will get. Ooh, I'm hungry. Yeah, feeling the petioles, like they are strong. I'm actually trying to bend it and it's very difficult compared to other Anthuriums. Super obsessed. I think it's underrated. I don't think a lot of people have these in their collections. But is it the 4th plant? Yeah, 4th plant. Anthurium Furcatum. Ooh, gotta be careful because the Regale and the Queen. Please don't touch them, don't touch them. Forgot to put this one on my list, but I definitely want to show you this plant. Okay, the 5th plant is the Rhaphidophora pertusa, and I'm pretty sure this is one of my goals for this year. I wanted this pertusa to grow so big up a moss pole, and although I have grown it really tall, I don't think fenestration-wise it really reached its full potential. And so yeah, to achieve that goal, I just put it in a bigger pot because y'all saw that before she was in a 4-inch pot this size. And I quickly added a large moss pole to it. So y'all have probably seen the newest leaf with the 3 holes on Instagram, but there is a new one. It's not open. Okay, we're gonna take a peek. Oh my God, Pertusa, look at you. First of all, this leaf, amazing. And then look at this new one. It has a hole. Okay, let me check. We're gonna take a sneak peek because I haven't looked either. Okay, there's at least 2 on the other side. Okay, I'm not gonna open it more. Maybe I can show you a little bit. So that's the hole on one side and there's 2. There's definitely 2, 1 and 2. So she's gonna have 3. Okay, I just don't want to go backwards like the Burle Marx Flame. And so I think we're good. Hey, are there any roots? There is, wow. Okay, I can only see one. I should probably wet this one too. But look, that's the end. So it's wrapped kind of to the other side. Okay, and I'm not sure if I shared this here or a Patreon video. There were 2 plants in here. You can see that right now there's just one. When I did the dancing video weeks ago, I pulled it out by accident. So I just have her in a random deli container. So this one wasn't facing the moss pole, so I couldn't lean it against it. So that's why she's a little bit more immature. And forgive me if I've shown this already. Oh my gosh, that wasn't there before. So she rooted more. And then even like the root branching, that's like the biggest thing. Well, the moment you see root branching, it's like, okay, you're gonna be just fine. You're gonna take off. Look at this. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this now. I just kind of put it in this deli container of leca just because I needed a place for it. And she's leaning up against the wall. There is a new leaf. These are so fast. If y'all ever buy one, you'll find that they grow fast. They will not develop fenestrations if you don't give it support. And yeah, so 5th plant, Rhaphidophora pertusa. Okay, 6th plant is an Anthurium. One that I haven't really like shown y'all or like taking it out of its home in a while. It is the Anthurium Magnificum crossed with Regale. So the newest leaf, she does have a tear because, do you know what? I'm not sure if it was from the unfurling process or I just like knocked it over. But I love this plant because the leaves are darker on average. Before I thought it was similar to like a crystallinum, like that green color, but I was wrong. Like they are much darker, especially when they mature. And she's a lot. So she also lives next to my Metallicum. They've kind of supported each other petiole wise, like the petioles have been wrapped all around each other. So like I guess they're best friends. And I might like cut a few leaves just because you'll see like she's just like, okay, I had to move her into the living room because there was no space. It's so, I'm in the living room, I'm looking at the leaf. It's so pretty. Oh, I have to bend down, ouch.
Oh no.
Oh, get off of the ring light. Oh my gosh. Do you see how a lot this is? The pup is still in here. I'm going to separate her soon. Look at this. Do you see how it's like darker? It's darker. I'm not crazy, am I? It's definitely darker. It's not like green. I don't know what that means. Obviously it has like undertones of like red or burgundy. It looks so good on cam. Are you kidding? Okay, I don't think it stays that way because the leaf before that, oh gosh. I guess it's still relatively dark. It's kind of giving me like Bessier vibes. I'm hitting everyone. This plant is so wide. And like, okay, the pup could be doing better. The pup, there was a period where I forgot to water it and then I filled up the reservoir too much. And then we had this like swelling and then like dying on the edges. I'm interested to see what this pup is gonna look like mature because she's definitely showing different like characteristics. So first of all, she's much longer. So this is the first leaf that popped from the stem. And then the next one is even longer as well. Much longer than like the newest. So it looks so good on camera. Now, okay, I'm gonna like hold it up against my Magnificum crystallinum. Yeah, it's darker. It's darker. I haven't really looked at this one in a while. Like I said, there's a tear here, but overall, pretty good. I wanna make this clear again. I got this, I think it was either 2020. I bought this Anthurium from a seller that's not reliable. I don't even think they're selling plants anymore. And basically when I saw this and I saw the label Magnificum crossed with Regale, I was skeptical, so I asked and they're like, yeah, look at the sinus. And that's really only this description that they gave me. So I don't know if I want to call it a no ID. She definitely has characteristics of both, but like it could be a totally different one. Could you see like Bessier vibes from this? The backs of the leaves, the veining stays pretty red, I guess. Sinus wise, like, do you know what? When it was more juvenile, the sinus was much bigger. One of the oldest leaves. Do you see the sinus here? As opposed to like the newer leaves here. I don't know, but this is beautiful. Wow, this leaf. Wow. Am I overreacting again? I feel like I'm always overreacting. Okay, realistically, I could probably cut this one. I feel like this one's the weird one that's just like doing a weird thing. I gotta keep this one though, because this one is the one that I think is fueling the whole plant, because this one is up against the window. Was it? No. I'm wrong. Sorry, it's this one that's up against the window. So this one is like the main solar panel for the plant. Y'all can see that she's all crusty. The leaf before the newest one is this one. Do y'all think it looks like a Magnificum crossed with a Regale? I know they can look different, so actually we'll never know. We're never gonna know, but I'm shocked. It looks so good. Do you think it gets more dark as it ages? That'd be cool, because like it's really dark. It's a lot darker than the other ones. Again, that one leaf is the only one that's up against my south-facing window. The other leaves are just kind of chilling in this general region. Okay, so the sixth plant is the Anthurium Magnificum crossed with Regale. Okay, since we're at the halfway point, can y'all do me a favor? I asked this before on Instagram. I feel like my following here is bigger on YouTube, but Scott grows an avocado tree. He has another channel called That's Pretty Cool. And it's a lot of interesting things. Like, so where do waterfalls come from? The earth breaking? I don't know. Scott is so close to 1,000 subscribers, so if you haven't, I'll put the link in the description. I'll put like pictures here. And yeah, do it, I'm watching. Let's do a philodendron. I'm so excited for this one because I have a feeling she's gonna get so big. The seventh plant is a philodendron and it's the Philodendron Billietiae. Now, I might be forgetting but I'm pretty sure I had this plant in my last favorites video with the newest leaf. She's now pushed out another new leaf and it's like a lot bigger. Yeah, I think I'm just like super impressed with how wide it is. I don't know. Another plant that's not under a grow light, she's relying on my south-facing window. Okay, and I had to move her into the living room because she was in the way. Oh my God, I'm looking at her. Okay, so look at her. This is the new leaf. Oh my gosh, she's so fat. I love it. Do you see this? Okay, the leaf before that, I'm gonna try to bend it. This is the leaf. Oh my God, everyone wants to compete for the attention. Okay, see the leaf before that is on this side? Look how much bigger. It is so much bigger, y'all. It is so much bigger, y'all. I'm obsessed. It's not fully hardened off yet. I don't know if it's gonna get any bigger, but like, sheesh. I love her so much. So she's in pond. Again, moss pole is gonna get eaten alive by all these roots. Do you see those roots? There's like a new one right there. Do you see that? Wow. I don't know. She's so pretty. And this new leaf is everything. If y'all remember, I was wrapping around the moss pole and the stem to try to get it to stay. And so when it feels the moss pole, it'll latch on, and that's basically what it did. And then after that, I mean, I was already impressed with this leaf. I was like, wow, this one's like so big. And now, yeah, it's amazing. There's actually 2 plants in here. And so the younger one pushed out a new leaf too. So that's her. Yeah, look at this. Okay, and I was thinking about this earlier today. And I was thinking about how a year ago, I don't think it was until August, I opened my mind again to moss poles. I was like very against them. I don't want to say against them because they work. I just didn't like the hassle of keeping them moist at all times, but I'm so happy. Again, I have to thank Lauren from North Shore Tropicals because she was the one who sent me these D-shaped moss poles, and yeah, she just sent them to me to try them out and then started putting them on all my plants, and here we are. So yeah, look at all these leaves. Billietiae is gonna have a very special place in my heart because it's really hard to explain how excited I was when I unboxed it. I know there's a video, but I was holding a lot in. And honestly, I think it's the orange petioles. Like, come on, that is so pretty. Along with the long leaves. I really want a spiritus so badly. After seeing this, I'm like, oh, I could grow a spiritus so big. Anyhow, Philodendron Billietiae. Okay, she's back up there. That's her home. Okay, the 8th plant. There's actually multiple plants I'm going to show you here. I don't know. I love this plant. I don't know if I just love the specimen and how hardy it is for me and how resilient it is. And I know this is a very unpopular opinion when it comes to this plant, but the next plant is the Monstera Constellation. I don't know, anywhere I put a cutting of this plant, it thrives. And I'm just gonna show you different specimens in different mediums. I'm not gonna show you the mama because now she's kind of covered by those anthuriums I showed you earlier. Just check out my reels. Okay, we're gonna start off with the top cutting. This is a water propagated plant. I don't know if the root grew anymore, but we're gonna look together. This is gonna be really embarrassing if... Okay, good. Ooh, don't break it, Kevin. It did. Okay. Look at that. Also, the old root is pushing out another one. Do you see that cute little nubbin? But yeah, so this is longer. That's amazing. Nothing squishy. Doesn't smell bad. I always smell the water, so I know like if I need to be worried, because like obviously if there's a foul smelling scent, that's a sign of rot and we don't like that. So we're gonna put her back. So this one is under grow light. Like the grow light is literally here, but I'm so in love with these leaves. And I got a lot of comments on my other reel that they're obsessed with this. Also, why did you cut it? It was getting too big. It was getting too big and I want to start a new plant. I don't know. I like how like the cream stripes, like there's cream stripes. Yeah, I kind of like this vase. Yeah, so that's number one that's doing well in water. Okay, I'm so obsessed with this next one because she really tried. She really tried to be big. This leaf is unbelievably cute. She really tried to be big. You can tell she was like perfect. Look at this. Look at this. She is so tiny. But look, she's like pretty symmetrical. She's obviously not symmetrical, but like, she looks so symmetrical with the holes. Like that row of holes. I'm so obsessed. Like, look at the mamas. Why did I say that weird? They're much bigger. And it's because this is a moss propagation, so I'm pretty sure I had this in water at one point, and then I transferred into moss because I was planning to sell it. Still don't know if I'm gonna sell or not. I'm so sorry. Look at these. Those are new. Look at those two tips. There's one down here. I need to transfer this soon. And like, look at these old roots. They're like everywhere. Okay. Do you see why I'm obsessed with this leaf? I don't know. It's so round. I'm overreacting again, aren't I? Look how cute. So yeah, this is an example of it propagated in moss and like it pushed out this new leaf, which was very shocking. Usually my experience when it comes to ties, they're not the type to push out new growth once they're propagated. This was a pleasant surprise. Now, I don't know if like this is gonna be healthy because I've just kind of been using water. I think like once or twice I put like nutrient solution, but who knows? We will see what happens. Look how adorable. It's so cute. Okay, a propagation in pond. Look at this new leaf. I guess they're not props anymore. I think they're full plants now. I'm just obsessed with this one because of the cream. Okay, I can't stand that close. Look at this cream. Oh, wow, wow, wow. So obsessed. This one's tough because I didn't submerge the stem. So you can see the end is just kind of on the surface. So she's kind of like laying down. So that's why she's still not secure, even though I've had this in pond for quite a while. I think it's because I ran out of pond. So I took this cutting from one of my plants that was in an arid mix, and I'm pretty sure this is the one. Okay, it might not be that one. I don't know. So one in an arid mix. Look at this new leaf. I don't know. I'm obsessed with just Thai constellation leaves. They're just so pretty. Yeah, so this is brand new. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure this is the same plant. So I took a cutting, and that cutting is the one I showed you that's living in pond. Pushed out new growth from the node here. And then the first leaf was this one, second leaf, that one. And she's pretty healthy. I wanna say, like the roots look fantastic. I made this arid mix like, I think it was more than a year ago. I used Fox Farm, the ocean one, lots of perlite bark, pumice charcoal, and they seem to like it. And if y'all are wondering, all my Thai constellations that live in an arid mix, they're still under the vent. Because we're going into spring and summer, they're really getting pummeled by air conditioning. They're fine, y'all. And that's why I'm saying, like, this specimen is so hardy. Got the question recently about, are all of these props from one single plant? I think there maybe are two that are from a different plant. I gave the main one to my mom, and then I think I took two props from that one. So mixed in here are those two. I bought them from the same place. They were identical, and I haven't had issues with any of them. So I think maybe both of those specimens came from the same tissue culture batch. And yeah, I bought these in late 2019, and it is my oldest plant. I can't even believe that. Okay, we did water, we did moss, we did pond, we did aroid mix, and then y'all can check my Instagram for the one that's in Lekka. It is too big. But yeah, the 8th plant is the Monstera Thai Constellation. That plant's gonna be my all-time favorite. Not only is she beautiful and large and in charge right now, but because I got her in 2019 and I've experimented with different mediums, she really taught me a lot about how to care for plants, how plants grow, and so ooh. And I think initially I like chopped her because I was scared I was gonna lose the main plant. And that's partly why I have a lot of propagations. I wasn't originally thinking about selling them. I just wanted to save it because I'm kind of a plant hoarder, I guess. Oh, this Hoya, I'm obsessed with it. I posted about this on my Instagram, but I'm gonna show it again because it's only the second time. These blooms have hope. I don't even know what came out of my mouth. I don't know what I'm saying. Finally, oh my gosh, we haven't had a Hoya yet, but it is the Hoya NS 05021. These flowers, they're so pretty. They're so cute. And like the Hoya is such a fast grower. Let me just grab her now. Sorry, y'all. I'm just like assessing to see if there's any spider mites. I think I've mentioned before that this one was like Hoya-wise, one of my most infested, but I think we're okay. Oh, you're so cute. I can't get over it. It's so cute. Are you kidding me? These are so big, and y'all, they're soft. They're really furry. Y'all won't be able to see like how, like the details, like you won't be able to see. So I'll just pop in a picture here. Look at these flowers. You can see how fuzzy they are. And oh my God, someone left a comment and I like laughed so hard. Who was it? Someone said that all they can see is Peach from Finding Nemo, the starfish. I thought that was so funny. Also, this Hoya is so full. Again, this Hoya was infested with spider mites in September, And I'm sorry, I wasn't gonna start from square one. This one with my cutest porcelaina, I was like, nope, nope, nope. I like dumped beneficial bugs on it and I just let them go off, and then I just like monitored it. And I've been keeping on top of it. You can see that I have some sachets here as a preventative. This is Californicus. So they love spider mites. They also eat broad mites. Yeah, we love her. And also, if people are wondering what the NS stands for, it stands for Natalie Similson. Is that it? Similson. I guess, so she's a Swedish, I guess you can call it botanical explorer, and there were a few Hoyas that she collected while she was exploring, and this is one of them. And yeah, you'll see that with Hoyas, like a lot of them will have 2 letters. Those are the initials of the person who like explored and found it, and then like a number. Yeah, I didn't want to cut her because I was like, no, I would need her to bloom again, and I don't know how long it's gonna take after I chop her. So beautiful. Also one of my fullest Hoyas. Yeah. Can you tell I'm obsessed with this one? The foliage is like thin and like lime green kind of, and look at these tendrils. They're just everywhere. I just cut a lot of them because do I need this to get any bigger? I don't know. Should I add another trellis on top? No, Kevin, don't do that. I need to keep it small. Y'all saw my plants. I need to keep this small. Okay, and I get this question all the time. Where did you get it? I can't find it anywhere. I got this 2 years ago from Crystal Star Nursery. I know last year there was like 1 or 2. However, I don't think they've posted this one this year yet. Plant number 9, Hoya species NS 05021. Oh yeah, and she lives under my table. There's a grow light, but she's up against my south-facing window, so a lot of light. Hey, number 10 is a philodendron, and it is the philodendron strawberry shake. So this is one specimen that I want to say like 3 growths that came out of one main stem. I might have showed this in another favorites video, but I just love how compact and bush-like it looks, and the variegation is stunning. Like, it's really, really variegated. That might be another reason why the foliage is small. Anyhow, she's a cutie. She's in LECA. Oh, I don't know. I don't know why I'm obsessed. I think it's this leaf. Look at this. Gotta love that marbled strawberry situation. Like, this leaf or these leaves are gorgeous too. Are you kidding? No, I like this look. I really, really do. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this started out as one plant. There might have been a second one, but I'm pretty sure it is this one plant. There was the butt cut there, and then there's 3, or are there 4? I think it's just 3. I just love how I used to have so many specimens in LECA until I started propagating it. I had to downsize to make room for those propagations. This is one of my last ones in LECA. There was another one, I'll just show you because I didn't film this at all, but this one was in a similar situation. There was part of it that was like pushing out fully green leaves, and then the other plants in it were pushing out these tiny variegated leaves. And so I just kind of got rid of both sides and I kept this middle one. So currently I just have her in a cup of LECA, just for now. I just want to see how it would do at first, but I don't know. When we put this under grow light, it's gonna have that pinky color, especially if it's a new leaf that unfurls under that bright light. And yeah, I'm obsessed. So yeah, I won't bore you. 10th plant, philodendron strawberry shake. Okay, plant number 11. I'm excited, and I feel like y'all aren't gonna think it's exciting, but the 11th plant is a Hoya, and she kind of didn't do anything for quite a while. It is the Hoya CV Michele MB1255. Long story short, I had this plant in moss for close to a year. Like, it was like a moss plug, the same one that came to me when I bought it. I had it in that for a year, and I think I stressed it out too much because she pushed out 2 peduncles and one ended up blooming. Here's the picture. Probably in my top 3 all-rounded Hoya blooms. They look beautiful. Like, look at that, like beautiful pink, and they smell so pleasant. Like, not fruity at all. After those blooms died, that's when I transferred her into pon. And then she gave me this really splashy leaf that I was obsessed with, and I was worried that it wouldn't continue. She pushed a tendril out, and this tendril has been present for months. It was only until like maybe a month ago it was pushing out leaves from that existing tendril, and they have more splash than like the other tendril. So I'll show you it now. It looks so good. It looks so good. Okay, look. The pon's dropping. Are you kidding? Okay, first of all, it is unbelievably shiny, and I mean, it's looking a lot like the one I was obsessed with before. So this one. So half silver on one side. It's following that pattern. Look, and it's bigger too. Are you kidding? And then the one before that is predominantly green, but the splashing is like, it's definitely more than like these ones. So this over here is the tendril that had the peduncle. So you can see right there, and then there's another one there. I was gonna cut it off, but I want to keep the peduncles because y'all, the flowers, I just like wanted to see them again. And quite recently, she pushed out this leaf, and then there's another one where that peduncle is. I'm trying to be like more consistent with the watering and not having like the roots sit in the reservoir for too long, because that's when you get these spots, when you kind of overwhelm the Hoya with water. And I usually see this when they're in like some form of hydroponics. As you can see that the roots, they're healthy, but they're just sitting in the reservoir. They haven't died, so what I've been doing, I've been just putting little amounts of nutrient solution or water, and it seems like, you know, it's been okay so far. Are y'all obsessed? I'm so obsessed with this leaf. It's so beautiful. And y'all, here's the thing. Every time I see someone's plant on like social media, I'm like, how is that leaf that shiny? Like, I am so confused. Like, are people just constantly cleaning their leaves? I feel like that's like a lot. These are not, like, I never clean my leaves. Like, y'all know my opinions about cleaning leaves. Priority wise, it's pretty low. So I didn't clean these. Like, this is like naturally the shiny. Like, that is insane. Like, it's so shiny that you can see like the ring light reflecting off of it. Anyhow, look at that silver. Am I the silver splash whisperer? Because this is the third one where the splash has come out. My Matilde Splash, my Latifolia Snow Queen, like, ugh, I'm so excited. I just love silver splash on Hoyas. Like, it's just like one of my favorite things. And I mean, just silver plants in general, like, y'all know how much I'm in love with my Brantiatum 11th plant. Hoya CV Michele MB1255. I'm mad because I want to showcase this plant near the beginning, because last plant tour video, it was just an honorable mention. And then after I watched the footage, I was like, okay, this deserves more than an honorable mention. I'm gonna showcase it next month, close to the beginning, because like I thought the leaf was so gorgeous. I did it again. The 12th plant is the Anthurium Veitchii, the king of all kings. Nothing has changed except for now there's two inflows. I'm gonna cut them off. I'm not gonna, the only one that I wanna pollinate it with is the Moodianum. And that one's still a baby, so in time it'll give me another inflow. Even though the newest leaf has a hole, it is a stunning leaf. So I'll just grab her. Man, oh man, oh man. Ooh. Oh my god. This needs the attention of everyone. Okay, and then I didn't know this because Lauren from Nursery Tropicals was talking about how I think she had a specimen that was like a Veitchii narrow. Well, she called it a narrow. Like the spacing between the abs, like it was smaller, so there were more ridges, I guess. And then the whole leaf itself was narrow. That's on my wish list. Anyhow, I don't know why I said that. Do you see this? This is crazy. She still has her other leaves. Just they're all here hanging out, which is shocking because usually, and currently this is the oldest leaf, but usually when you have inflows, the leaves start to die off like the older ones. But that's one. This has been open for like eons at this point. And the second was here. I'm gonna cut them off. I just needed to show this leaf. Ooh, I can't even handle this. Jeez. Another one that's under my vent right now. The holes are from inconsistent watering. There was a time it completely dried while the leaf was kind of Cinderella stepsister glass slipper situation. And so the plant was completely dry. There was nothing to lubricate it out. And so that's what this hole is. We love her. Okay, 12th plant, Anthurium Veitchii. Okay, we made it to the end, but the honorable mention is an orchid. I did showcase this a couple days ago doing my whole 6-month update with all my Phalaenopsis. The honorable mention today is the Phalaenopsis Miki Fortune Cat 72. So, these flowers, okay, they're big. I know it's hard to, I don't know if y'all can tell, but they are bigger than my other ones. And I said this in the other video, the pattern, like look at the spots around the center with this one, like it's more concentrated here compared to this one, and just the color, like it's so different with all these blooms And I don't know, I like how like the three of them are all clustered like this. And I didn't think that this plant was gonna give me like quality blooms, because it's not the main spike. Like the main spike bloomed back in December and then they died off. I usually cut the spike when the blooms die, but there was already another spike growing here, so I said, why not? We'll let them grow and we'll see how they are, and I'm so happy that I kept it. And another reason why I love this plant so much is because, this is gonna seem mean. First of all, she doesn't live in this room. She lives in my living room, so she doesn't need a lot. I really just change the nutrient solution every month, and this plant lives behind my kitchen garbage can. How mean! But like, that is a perfect spot just because it's on the ground and there's a window. It gets the best view of like the west facing sun. And so, I mean, she's happy. She is happy. Once these die off, I'm definitely going to cut the whole spike off so it can work on foliage. It hasn't pushed out a new leaf since like the fall, just because from December to now, like she's just had blooms, and obviously if there's flowers, there's gonna be a ton of energy channeled into the blooms and not the foliage and roots. So I'm just gonna enjoy these. And the honorable mention is the Phalaenopsis Miki Fortune Cat 72. Okay guys, I guess that's it. What were y'all's favorites? This one's hard. I think it's gonna have to be the Anthurium Magnificum crossed with Regale. I think it just shocked me at how dark the leaf was. And oh, it's hard. Yeah, do you know what? I'm just gonna go with that. If y'all haven't heard yet, I am going to the Botanical Expo here in Toronto on June 11th. That's a Sunday, I think. I bought my tickets already, so if y'all are planning to go and see me, just say hi. It's the end of May. That's wild. It's June in a few days, weeks, I don't know. Again, y'all, I have a Patreon, so I want to thank everyone in my Strawberry Shake tier and my Leca Drop tier, but a very special thanks to those in my Monstera Burle Marx Flame tier, my Lobster Claws, Ryan Jones, Marnie McCallum, Gerda, Janice Upton, Francesco, Margot T, Remy Pabila, Lisa Mata, Jane Nelson, Crystal, Casey Gross, Danielle Wilcox, Sam Pennypacker, Blaine B, Carlos Holling, Gina Alexandra, Cortland Walters, Stormer Croy, Rocio Ramos, Indra Prom, Stephanie McGinnis, Soda Rocks, Danny Alley, Alicia D, Courtney Evans, Simone, and Kiki in the Garden. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it to the very end, thank you guys so much. I greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you guys later. Bye. Oh my